TV soap news and spoilers today. We're discussing the dramatic turn of events surrounding Marlena Evans and Steve Johnson as they make a surprising and heartbreaking decision to abandon their search for John Black. The tension, the secrets, and the emotional turmoil are all playing out, and we're here to explore what happens next. Let's break down this complex situation and try to understand the motivations, the stakes, and the future of these beloved characters. The search for John, a mission of desperation. As we know, Marlena and Steve have been on a relentless mission to find John. John, who has been missing for quite some time, has left a void in the lives of many, but none more so than his beloved wife, Marlena. John's disappearance has been a source of immense pain for Marlena, and her desperation to find him has pushed her to the brink. Alongside Steve Johnson, who has always been a loyal friend and ally, Marlena has traveled across the globe in search of answers. However, despite their best efforts, the pair's search has led them to a dead end in Estonia. The last thread of hope they clung to has unraveled, leaving them with little more than unanswered questions and a sense of hopelessness. It's in this moment of uncertainty and frustration that the decision to leave the search behind becomes inevitable. The weight of the decision, leaving the search behind. Marlena and Steve's decision to abandon their search for John is not one that comes easily. The emotional weight of this choice is palpable, as both characters have dedicated so much of their energy to finding John. For Marlena, this search has been more than just a mission. It's been a quest to reunite with the love of her life. For Steve, it's been a personal journey to help his friend and the woman he cares deeply about. To give up on finding John, especially after coming so far, is a painful admission of defeat. The moment of realization comes after a tense phone call, one that leaves Steve visibly upset and at a loss for words. Steve hangs up the phone and turns to Marlena, telling her that the search has come to an end. The words, "This is the end of us," hang heavily in the air, as Steve grapples with the fact that they may have reached the end of the road in their mission. This marks a pivotal moment in their journey, a moment of surrender that both Steve and Marlena struggle to accept. In this emotionally charged scene, Marlena, ever the optimist, suggests that they leave Estonia without a response. She hopes to return to Salem, to regroup, and perhaps find a new way to move forward. But Steve, the determined and relentless man that he is, isn't ready to let go just yet. He wants to take a step back, to reflect, and to reevaluate what's next. He hasn't given up on John, he simply believes that they need to regroup and rethink their approach. This moment speaks to the complexity of their emotions. Both are devastated by the idea of giving up, but they each understand that they need time to recover from this setback. The tension between hope and despair. As Marlena suggests leaving Estonia, it's clear that both she and Steve are caught in a tug-of-war between hope and despair. Marlena is used to being a source of strength for others. Her role as a therapist and a pillar of Salem's community has taught her how to hold things together, even in the most trying times. But in this moment, she's unable to hold on to the hope she's clung to for so long. She wants to leave behind the disappointment, the uncertainty, and the emotional toll of the search, but it's not an easy decision. Her connection to John runs deep, and the thought of walking away from the man she loves is heartbreaking. Steve, on the other hand, is someone who doesn't give up easily. He's been through so much in his life. He's faced battles that would have broken lesser men, and yet he's always persevered. To see him, even for a moment, questioning whether they've learned all there is to learn in Estonia is telling. Steve is a man who thrives on action, who believes that no problem is too big to solve if you're willing to fight for it. The idea of returning to Salem without answers is a blow to his sense of purpose, and it leaves him in a state of uncertainty. His resolve to continue the search for John is as strong as ever, but he recognizes that sometimes stepping back and regrouping is necessary for moving forward. The future of John. What happens next? So, what does this mean for John? After all, he is the central figure in this dramatic tale. John's fate remains uncertain, and his absence from Salem has left a void not only in Marlena's life, but in the lives of everyone who loves him. The tension surrounding his disappearance has been a driving force in this storyline, and the question on everyone's mind is, what happens to John now? The decision by Marlena and Steve to end their search doesn't necessarily mean that John is lost forever. In fact, it could be the turning point in his storyline. As Marlena and Steve return to Salem, it's possible that new clues will emerge, new characters will be introduced, or the mystery surrounding John's disappearance will take an unexpected turn. Could there be someone else in Salem who holds the key to John's whereabouts? Could the truth about his disappearance be revealed in a way no one expects? These questions hang in the air as the drama continues to unfold. Moreover, John's return, if it happens, will no doubt be one of the most emotional and dramatic moments in Days of Our Lives history. For Marlena, the reunion with her husband will be an emotional roller coaster, filled with joy, relief, and the overwhelming sense of closure she has desperately sought. For Steve, it will be a moment of triumph, as his loyalty to his friend and his relentless pursuit of the truth finally pays off. But the journey to get there, the emotional toll it will take on everyone involved, and the sacrifices they will have to make, will all be part of the gripping narrative that keeps fans glued to their screens. The emotional impact, Marlena and Steve's journey. What makes this story so compelling is not just the search for John, but the emotional journey that Marlena and Steve undergo as they navigate the ups and downs of their mission. Their partnership has always been one of mutual respect, support, and deep friendship. But this journey has tested their limits, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and their greatest vulnerabilities. The tension between them, Marlena's need for closure and Steve's refusal to give up, is what makes their storyline so rich with drama and heartache. As we watch Marlena and Steve try to move on from their search, we are reminded of the power of love, friendship, and perseverance. Their willingness to sacrifice everything for the people they care about is what makes them such enduring characters on Days of Our Lives. And while they may be leaving Estonia behind for now, the emotional fallout from their decision will reverberate throughout Salem in ways we can't yet fully predict. Conclusion. What lies ahead for Marlena, Steve, and John? As Marlena and Steve make the difficult decision to abandon their search for John, the next chapter of their journey remains uncertain. What happens to John? Will he ever return to Salem, or is his disappearance part of a larger mystery yet to be unraveled? For Marlena, the loss is deeply personal, while for Steve, the fight is far from over. Their decision to regroup and reconsider their approach sets the stage for what could be a thrilling new phase in this dramatic saga. Stay tuned, Days of Our Lives fans, because the twists and turns in this story are far from over. Marlena and Steve's journey is just beginning, and John's fate will continue to be a central part of their lives. What will happen next? Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Days of Our Lives updates and news. So subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.